My name is Erin and I'm giving my informative speech for Speech 1101. For history, cheerleading is originated in the United States. Cheerleading consists of yelling intensely and physical strength. Let's see a show of hands who all has been or was a cheerleader in high school. Well, I myself was a cheerleader in high school, and my favorite cheer in high school was, "Can I get a pom pom, pom pom? Can I get a pom pom, pom pom? Who stunt, we stunt, who base, we base, who fly, we fly." They say cheerleading ain't a sport, shoot, they must be crazy. Also, cheerleading was established in its first intercollegiate game in 1869 at Princeton University. From there, cheerleading began to grow tremendously. In 1923, women were finally allowed to cheer. The first women's squad was established at the University of Minnesota. During that decade, cheerleaders added different tricks and skills to their routines to make them different. First, I would like to give some interesting facts on the person who established the herky jump, spirit stick, and pom-poms, followed by the original purpose of cheerleading, ending with injuries from cheerleading. Cheerleading is a very involving sport. Cheerleading has been around for a very long time. It starts as low as peewee and goes higher. Cheerleading ranges from a variety of skills. You have simple, medium, and difficult stunts, along with jumps such as toe touches, herkies, and pikes, and many more. Cheerleading is associated with multiple sports such as football, baseball, basketball, wrestling, ice hockey, and volleyball. I have a quote: "Dedication and enthusiasm, two different types of cheer. Sideline and competitive have both but different skills." Stated by Snow. Stated in the article, Sideline versus Competitive, competitive cheer requires more dedication, while with sideline cheer, it's in your heart. It's of you to pump up the crowd and the fans. So, over the years, research stated competitive cheer was the most dedicated and involving cheer for both males and females. We have the spirit stick, herky jump, and pom-poms, which are the most talked about when it comes to cheerleading. Branch in 2009 stated, "Mr. Herkman created one of cheerleading's signature moves while cheering at Southern Methodist in 1940. According to Sam Roberts, Mr. Lawrence Herkman was called the godfather of modern cheer and Mr. Cheerleader. Not only did his enterprise achieve sales of $50 million a year, he invented pom-poms, which became a staple of cheerleading. Mr. Herkman was a scholarship student and head cheerleader at his college. When he graduated in 1948, he borrowed $600 from a friend of his father-in-law's to begin what would amount to American cheerleader industry. By the time he sold his many cheerleading enterprises in 1986 for an estimate of $20 million, he was known as the peacemaker of cheerleading business. Cheerleading also has made its way around the world. Cheerleading is seen in Australia, China, Japan, Germany, and many more. Emergency room visits for cheerleading injuries nationwide have increased more than double since the early 90s. Since 1982 to now, females of high school cheering and college athletes have had head and spinal injuries that occasionally lead to death. While cheering has retained its sense of glamour, dozens of competitions around the country, you see knee braces and ice bags affixed to ankles and wrists. Several organizations have made it clear that cheerleading accounts to disproportionate numbers of major injuries in youth and college athletes. The guidelines mandate that if you use any mats during any challenging stunts or jumps, The coaches must have a certification and take certification courses. With that being said, cheerleading is a very dangerous sport. With proper guidelines and equipment, anything can happen. With that being said, cheerleading is very passionate and a very loving sport. I love cheering. Thank you.